If you've ever looked at your web page and said something is missing or something is just not flowing correctly, it's likely that you need to go through an exercise in wireframing. And in this video, I want to walk you through what wireframing is and a super easy, fast, and free way that you can do it on your own website. Let's go ahead and dive in. Hey guys, John here, and after working with dozens of clients and building out hundreds of websites, web pages, and funnels, I can tell you that one of the things that's easy to skip in the beginning, but it really hurts you in the long run, is doing a good front-end wireframe design of your project. And a wireframe can be best represented by this little image here on the Cadence WP website, where you're basically building out the skeleton of the future web page, showing how the blocks, how the sections work together, putting them in, but not really focusing on adding all the content or all the words yet, but simply giving you that bird's eye 30,000 foot view of what's about to be built. This is really helpful when dealing with new clients, or if you're not a seasoned designer on your own, when you're working through your next page, whether that's your home page, your About Me page, or even a sales page for your next product in your funnel. All right, so in this video, I want to show you how you can create wireframe blocks without having to go to some other tool. There are tons of tools out there for professional designers to do wireframes, but honestly, they're not that necessary any longer. And unless you are planning on being a completely professional web designer, I think that what I'm going to show you in this video is an awesome shortcut that you can do right now. All right, so I'll pull up a sample website here. There's nothing on this website, but we're going to go and build out a couple of pages directly on this site for the home page and a sales page for our product. And we'll be using a very simple and free wireframing method to do this. All right, so what we're going to do here is come into plugins, add new, and I want to show you what Cadence Blocks has added into their library of tools. So if you come here to Cadence Blocks, over 100,000 active installations. When it comes to designing in WordPress, this is my favorite tool at the moment. All right, so once it's loaded up, you are good to go. We're going to come here and add a page, and let's make this a home page. All right, and we'll go ahead and publish it so we can see what it looks like. Okay. Whole lot of nothing right now. What I want to do for this design is let's just build out a structure for, let's say, a service-based business. And I want to first go ahead and give myself a clean canvas to work from. So I'll come here to edit the page, and let's get rid of all the stuff that's kind of in the way. For example, I don't want to show the page title. I want to make this a full-width page. I don't want to have a box style. I want to have room to breathe and play with my design. And I also want to get rid of that top padding, remove the featured image. Boom, good to go. All right, so what we just did there was give us a nice canvas to work with. Now we can start to really play around with our design library. And this is a new feature added in by Cadence recently, and I'm very impressed with how they've implemented this. So when you first go to the design library, you might need to opt in if you'd like to get access to this, but it's completely free, and I see they're adding to this library quite frequently. I'm going to go ahead and hit the little refresh button up here to check to see if there's any new updates, any new designs. But what we have here is a very easy to bring in set of designs that are already done for you. Like, look, I like building websites, but I don't like all the tinkering of all the settings, adding padding here, removing margin there, changing the colors of everything. And what's beautiful about the way they've implemented this library is they've done all that for you, but they've also made it as minimal as possible, meaning if they don't have to put in a custom color, they don't put in a custom color. Let's just show you an example here. I'm going to add this hero image or this hero section, and look what's happened here. In the library, it showed it with a blue button because it had to pick a color somewhere, but because this particular website actually has its own theme colors added in, it's a red primary theme color, it brings it in with that color. That means that your design is going to stay kind of on point as often as possible. So let's add a few more sections in. Let's have a 3, like our what we do kind of thing, who we are, what we do. Like that one might be a good one here. Here we go. This one right here. What we do. And you've got a few images. This is a very classic looking design. Let's add another section here. And let's do maybe a portfolio or a bunch of images. Cadence has given us the ability to do a drop down to show different categories of things that they got here. So let's find a gallery of images. All right, This is a nice one. But maybe there's too much white here. I can click through, and I still have all the same design options that I would expect, and I can change the background color to maybe a subtle one there, and keeping my portfolio images like that. Add one more row, and maybe we have a service or a promotion, so we're going to add in this little promotional item that has a coupon code. Again, notice how it's actually brought in my theme colors for this web page, not the classic ones. And to really make that clear, let's go in and add an older style. So we go to the design library. You see we have these tabs up here of wireframe, starter packs, and sections. The starter packs are also beautifully designed, full-fledged pages, but the problem is there's so much kind of specific design language. Like, look at all these blocks, and you've got these gradients throughout. That's very specific. And unless that's exactly what you're looking for, I find that I spend just as much time undoing work that's in those design libraries as I would if I were to just start from scratch. So I'm not a huge fan of those. And then inside the sections, let's say, for example, we want to pull in this section here. Unfortunately, all the colors are kind of pre-designed and predefined. So if you wanted to make it fit with your branding, you would have to go through and kind of change everything one by one. That's the downside of the classic way of adding in templates and sections. And Cadence kind of gets rid of that here with this wireframing by just giving you that structure, setting up the padding so it looks good, maybe adding in what your process is. You can say, our process, our customers, and then maybe you want to finish it off with a pricing table. Add one more row, come to the design area, and we can select down to price table. I wish they would make that alphabetical. And you see here they still have our color scheme throughout. So if I want to look at this page on the front end, click on view the page. Look at this. Like, this looks like a pretty well-built website. And nothing here is earth-shattering, right? None of these designs are going to make you like, oh my goodness, I must have it. But it makes you look professional. It gives you that feel of kind of continuity, that nothing's really out of place. Sometimes if you try to overly design things, I find that it makes it look worse. It makes it look kind of unprofessional, especially when it comes to background images and just too much, right? Less is more in 2021 and beyond. So I'm a huge fan of how they've done this. Let's go ahead and also show you how you could use this for a blog post. I'm going to come into a blog post here, and example blog post. Now check this out. You can actually come in and go to a row, and they have something here for content. Here you are, content. And check this out. They actually have something built out where you could put in your table of contents, and even imagine this, being able to design out an entire structure for how to write a good list post or how to write a good authority building post, and being able to bring that in so you have your entire outline right here on the page for you, just ready to go. Pretty stinking cool. Let me publish this to show you. And just like that, in your blog post, all these are still functional. You can still actually get to everything from that design. Let's come back to our home page. And what I like about Cadence as well is their website is extremely lightweight. It doesn't slow your website down from anything from what I've seen in my testing. And they have some pretty cool features I still need to cover in other videos, which allow you to even share these designs across websites, across clients, even sell access to them by creating your own cloud library, which we'll cover in a separate video. Let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see how that works. All right, guys, so that was just a quick overview of the Cadence wireframe functionality inside the Cadence Blocks plugin. If you are looking at your website for the next 3 to 5 years, it does look to me like Gutenberg is going to be that #1 page builder over time. If you're looking in 2021, it's probably neck and neck with the most classic page builders like Divi, Elementor, Thrive Architect, things like that. But I am looking ahead, and it's growing at an incredible clip, and it is absolutely doable. With a plugin like Cadence Blocks, you can build out a beautiful website for free without a whole lot of muss and fuss along the way. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love to hear what you think about it, what you think about Cadence blocks, and what is your current page builder of choice. Let me know down in the comment section below. And if you found this helpful and like to get more videos from me, be sure to subscribe and like this video. And I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.